So hi again. It's 11:02. I guess let's start our coffee break today. I'm Anita Zelman from EUFRAS, and today our guests are Marija Kirsteine, Aiga Salmiņa, and Lasma Brenča from Latvian Council of Science, and they are, let's say, kind of ambassadors for Horizon program, not only in Latvia but also around, and they are able to tell us about the opportunities, not only the ones we are used to and know, but also some maybe new options, maybe some less known options for participating in projects and so on. Thank you all for joining. I can see that people are still joining, but as always, this event will be available recorded afterwards, so don't be just participate and be active. So as usual, we are open for questions. During the presentation, the best way is to put your questions in a chat, just to remember them. I will moderate the question and answer sessions, and also do not hesitate to ask questions to the girls regarding everything we are talking about today. So I guess let's start. We will start with Aiga and Lasma on topics of Horizon Europe Cluster 6 calls, what are the availabilities now, how to read not the proposals, but the calls, how to find the actions that are feasible for your organizations. And yes, please, Aiga and Lasma, you can start.
Yes. Hi, I am Aiga Salmiņa and from Latvian Council of Science, and together with my colleague Lasma, today we would like to share some of the latest news about program Horizon Europe. And Lasma and I are contact persons for Cluster 6. The thematic areas is food, agriculture, natural resources, and environment. And also we are responsible about Cluster 5, climate, energy, and mobility. And I also wanted to say that each country has its own national contact point, or NCP. So if you are interested in participating in the Horizon Europe program, we strongly recommend finding your country's NCP and booking a consultation with them. At the start, I want to highlight why it's important to know about the new Horizon Europe strategic plan. The new plan focuses on three major priorities: green transition, digital transition, and a more resilient and competitive Europe. And understanding this plan helps researchers and innovations align their projects with the European Union's goals and increase your chance of secure funding. Next slide. One of the key updates in the new Horizon strategic plan is the identification of 32 expected impacts. Each impact is linked to a specific cluster. And clearly linking your project to your cluster's expected impact increase your chance of secure funding. And the evaluators will look how well your project contributes to these larger goals. And each cluster has a unique set of expected impacts. And for example, Cluster 6 impacts include climate resilience and biodiversity protection, sustainable food and water systems, circular economy and resource efficiency, and stronger rural coastal communities. Next slide. And to understand these impacts in more detail, you need to look at Horizon Europe strategic plan in the Cluster 6 section. And each impact is described more there, outlining what specific challenges need to be addressed, what kind of results are expected, and how these results will contribute to these larger goals. Next slide. Here I want to highlight the key strategic documents that shapes Cluster 6 under Horizon Europe. This includes the Europe Green Deal, the Biodiversity Strategy, and Farm to Fork strategy. And all these strategies working together support sustainability, environmental protection, and the transition to a green and circular economy. Next slide. Understanding these strategic documents is crucial because these documents provide the foundation for innovation, ensuring that your project aligns with the European Union's goals, such as achieving climate neutrality, protecting ecosystems, and promoting sustainable food systems. And you can find detailed information about these documents in Cluster 6 work program, specifically in the introduction section. And next slide, how to understand what's the right strategy for your project. You can look at the destination introduction part, which is usually located before the call text, and it highlights the key strategic documents and policy strategies that is relevant to your specific, your particular call.
Yes, and I will continue. Thank you, Aiga. And I wanted to show you this diagram. This shows all the information that Aiga just said, how those destinations, how those expected impacts are made. Yeah, as you see, there are those EU policy priorities. Then comes key strategic orientations and impact areas, and based on them are made those expected impacts and also destinations. So each call you can find is under specific destination. As we all know, submitting a project proposal under Horizon Europe is a complex task, and it requires careful planning and accurate budgeting and smooth collaboration with partners. And so we have prepared some tips. Maybe that might help you to prepare a high-quality proposal that should be coherent and in synergy with all its sections. So I want to highlight that you should carefully read the work program, as I mentioned, all the description, all the expected impacts, and you can find the most suitable call that way. The work program provides detailed information on what the European Commission expects applicants to do to address a specific problem, and so on. There's also in the slide an active link to the evaluation criteria, which is worth familiarizing yourself. You can put yourself in shoes of evaluator, and this will certainly be easier to write your application if you know what is being evaluated. Also, I can point out this website Cordis, where you can find useful information and insights about projects that are funded already. You will see there all the partners and their project duration and all the necessary information. Also, there are many guides and project forms provided by European Commission where you can already familiarize yourself with them. In presentations, we often hear some comments and questions about artificial intelligence in proposal writing, because it comes very very well known as a help. Knowing how time-consuming and challenging the application writing process is, the use of artificial intelligence in application writing is becoming relevant. And section B of the application states that you can use AI but that this is entirely the applicant's responsibility. You need clearly state in the application in which section you used artificial intelligence. It must be transparent, and you need to say which AI tools were used and how they were utilized. Here you can see the diagram with the most active participants from Latvia in the cluster 6. The following diagram has been created because maybe some of them, as you see, EUFRAS also there. Yes, and maybe some of those partners can be useful for your future projects. As my colleague Aiga mentioned at the beginning of her presentation, the Cluster 6 work program is extensive with a lot of calls, and it is very easy to get lost in it. So to find the most suitable call for you, you need to know keywords, for example, or maybe you can read all the destinations what is they about, and then you can think in which destination you need to look in for your right call. So the first destination is biodiversity and ecosystem services. It is all about putting biodiversity on the path to recovery, protect and restore ecosystems. Second destination is all about food systems, about fair, healthy food. This is about ensuring healthy food and nutrition security. It includes agriculture, fisheries, aquaculture, and it's all about to make food sustainable and resilient. And then third, the destination is circular economy and bioeconomy sectors. And this is about achieving healthy soils and forests, as well as clean air, fresh water, and marine water. Destination 4, about clean environment and zero pollution. As it says, it's achieving healthy soils and forests, as well clean air, fresh water, and marine water. Then destination 5, it's about land, oceans, and water for climate action. It's fostering mitigation of an adaptation to climate change in areas and sectors covered by Cluster 6. Destination 6 is resilient, inclusive, healthy, and green rural, coastal, and urban communities. It's all about sustainability, about developing rural and urban and coastal areas. And destination 7 is innovative governance, environmental observation, and digital solutions in support of the Green Deal. And this destination is about developing innovative governance models and tools enabling sustainability and resilience. So how to find the right call? As I said, maybe it's some keywords, maybe you know under which destination your call might be. But in this slide, I put one call. So from the work program, from the draft work program, to show you the main values that make it easier to filter your right call. At the very top of each call is a call identification code, which can certainly be used to find partners. For example, if you make some one-pager, or you send some interest that you want to take part in some call, then you set this identification code. This is usually used in communication, partner search, and so on. At the table, you can see the budget of the call and the number of projects that will be funded. So in this particular call, one project will be funded with 4 million euros. Below, you can see the type of action, which will also help you to know whether this call might be suitable for you. In this case, this is CSA, or coordination and support action. So you know the TRL level is not important here. This type of call will be more about networking, developing different documents, guidelines, etc. Then for each call for proposals, the expected outcome is indicated, and it is usually shown whether the project should achieve all of them or some or few of them. And here I wanted to point out that the word few indicates that you can choose which one you will not fulfill as a coordinator. So usually there are the evaluators expect that you fulfill all the following outcomes. If we are speaking about the sixth cluster, then I wanted to highlight one aspect. This is multi-actor approach, because several projects are with this aspect. So projects with a multi-actor approach focuses on seizing opportunities or finding solutions to real need problems and challenges that farmers, foresters, and rural communities are facing. In multi-actor approach projects, partners with complementary expertise, scientific, practical, or other knowledge join forces and become involved in the project activities from very start to the end. As a result, multi-actor approach projects are able to develop innovative solutions that are more ready to be applied in practice and cover real needs. Multi-actor approach involves all relevant actors with complementary backgrounds and expertise to co-create and share their knowledge, best practices, and innovative solutions responding to the needs of the users, farmers, foresters, and advisors in a bottom-up approach, because those cluster calls are different made. The EU multi-actor approach specifically requires applicants to ensure that the potential future users of this project results contribute to the development and implementation of the project from the beginning until the end of activities.
Yes, this slide provides an overview of the key deadlines for the new calls under Horizon Europe's program, Cluster 6 specifically, and all calls open on the 6th of May, but the submission deadlines vary depending on the type of call. Since the calls open in May and submission deadline are in September, the main preparation period will fall during the summer months. And therefore, we strongly recommend starting your preparation early because start with reviewing the calls, identify the ones most relevant to your project idea, and actively looking for partners to collaborate with right now, because summertime is often a challenging time to establish new partnerships because everyone is on a holiday season. So I really encourage you to don't wait for summer and begin your planning and partner search right now. Next slide. And to do it, these are the key events relevant to Cluster 6 participants. And these events offer excellent opportunity for networking. And I especially highly recommend paying special attention to event taking place on May 27. This event is dedicated for networking, especially for Cluster 6 stakeholders, and it provides an opportunity to find potential partners and also pitch your idea to targeted audience. And here I also want to introduce you to the Circular Bio-Based Europe joint undertaking. It's a 2 billion partnership between European Union and Europe Commission and the Bio-Based Industries Consortium. It's a part of Horizon Europe's program, and it plays an important role in achieving the goals of Europe Green Deal. And CBE supports projects to develop new sustainable materials and products from waste and biomass. And the calls focus on innovation and circularity, making sure that resources are reused and nothing goes to waste. Next slide. The new call for proposals opened on April 4, and it closes on September 18. And this year there are 13 topics divided in 4 types of project actions. There is flagship innovation action type of projects which focus on large-scale projects like turning bio-waste into valuable products and upgrading industrial plants. And each topic has around 20 million funding. Then there is innovation action that supports scaling up solutions such as seaweed-based materials, sustainable textiles, and new protein sources, with funding around 14 million per topic. Then there is research and innovation action type project where explore new ideas like using untapped forest biomass, and each of these topics gets around 7 million funding. And finally, there is one coordination and support action type project which focus on education and knowledge sharing in the bio-based sector. And this project will have 1 million funding. Next slide. When you have to prepare your project proposal, it's really important to know where to find the information. And if we think about this partnership, that there is 2 main sources I recommend. First is Funding and Tenders Portal online manual. Here you can find all the technical guidance on how to apply, how to register your organization, and also how to submit your proposal. And the second platform is the CBE official website. Under the section Apply for Funding, you will find the open calls, also application tips, and even a link to networking platform where you can find your project partners. So that's all from our side. Thank you for attention.
Maybe there is some question right now, or I should share the Maria's presentation.
So are there questions? I just wanted to ask while others maybe are a bit hesitant. This CBE funding, does it also goes as a multi-actor approach? Or
that depends maybe from call to call. I'm not so well known with those call texts. Maybe if there is some you think multi-actor approach as sort of cluster 6 projects, yeah? Because this CB also there need to be many partners, so it could be like that. But this multi-actor approach is defined in the call specific requirement.
So we have to check each call. Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and if there's mentioned something about this multi-actor approach, then you have to like use it in the call text. But if there's nothing mentioned about it, it's not that important.
Okay, so Mikael have a question. Yeah, please, Michael.
Yeah, the CBE calls, they are quite new for us. Is it clear, or is it not sure that these individual calls are for one project, or are these 20 millions for, let's say, a lot of projects?
Here you can see in the table that there is the letter N means how many projects it will be funded. So,
and does it mean
millions for one?
And 14 millions for 2, that means 7 millions each, or 1 million for one and 30 millions for the other?
I think 7 for one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's similar.
And maybe how long are these projects? Do you know?
CBE projects or
Yep.
Horizon Europe CBE projects, they're also three years usually.
3 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I guess let's go to the next presentation from Maria. Thank you, Aiga and Lasma.
So hello everyone, my name is Marija Kirsteina and I work in Latvian Council of Science as well, and my responsibility is EU missions. And Horizon Europe structure probably is already well known for you, but you might have noticed that EU missions actually are not part of it. And this is because missions are thematically integrated in Horizon Europe, aligning with clusters 5 and 6 in according thematics. And currently there are 5 missions. One is for fighting cancer, and the other 4 are related to environmental and climate topics. It's climate neutral and smart cities mission, adaptation to climate change mission, soil mission, and ocean and waters mission. And so how are EU missions different from other Horizon Europe clusters? Missions have a clear directions. They are targeted, well measurable, and time-bound. And for each mission, currently there is set a time frame. It is year 2030. And this all makes missions very ambitious, but at the same time with realistic research and innovation actions. And here in EU missions, very important is citizen engagement and integration of governance. And also missions align with major EU priorities, for example, European Green Deal, digital transformation, beating cancer, and also new European Bauhaus. Next slide. Thank you. Here you can see top 10 participants in EU missions from Latvia. So we can see among these participants universities and as well as city councils and non-governmental organizations and also businesses. So if you're looking for partners from Latvia, you can also check these participants who already has experience in missions. Next slide, please. So the first mission I will tell you a little bit more about today is mission on adaptation to climate change, which is dedicated to help 150 European regions and local authorities to achieve climate resilience. And this is one of 3 main objectives of this mission. And to reach this goal, there are 75 large-scale demonstrations of resilience planned, and also general support is provided to regional and local authorities. Next slide, please. And of course, as in other missions, also here is policy context, which is very important. This mission aligns with the European Green Deal, and it also contributes to EU strategy on adaptation to climate change. Next slide, please. And here you can see a list of upcoming calls for mission adaptation to climate change. So there are in total 6 calls planned in new work program. And 2 of the calls are dedicated to helping regions and local authorities to assess climate risks and to develop their action plans towards climate resilience. And here you can see that both of these calls are research and innovation actions type. And in each call, only 1 project will be financed. But however, for each project, the funding sum is quite bigger than for other calls. Next slide, please. And in this slide, you can see the results for previous calls in this mission. And why is this important? Because you can find some topics that are quite similar to new topics and see how big is the competition in each specific thematic. For example, here you can see the second call on multi-level governance, where there were only 2 proposals submitted, and one of them was funded. So 50% of submitted proposals were funded. And also there's another topic related to biodiversity, where 12 proposals were submitted and only 2 of them were funded. And also you can see here that there were 9 calls in previous work program, but as you saw in the new work program for year 2025, there will be only 6 calls for this mission, so less than previously. Next slide, please. Another mission I would like to tell you about a bit more today is mission Soil Deal for Europe. The main goal of this mission is to establish 100 living labs and lighthouses to test and to demonstrate innovative solutions for soil health. There are also 8 specific objectives in this mission. So there's this big goal for establishing living labs and 8 smaller goals. And another important thing is that each mission has its service portal, where you can find upcoming events related to mission, resource library, and for soil mission as well. There is a dashboard where you can see quite broad statistics on this mission. You can see the most actively participating countries in mission, and total amount of projects and so on. And both links to the service portal and to dashboard are here in the slide. Next slide, yes, thank you. And of course, there's policy context in this mission as well. And we can see a Green Deal here too, as well as EU soil strategy, farm to fork strategy, and so on. And when reading work program, it's very important to take in account these documents, especially if they are mentioned in specific call you're interested in, because it helps to better understand the specific call. Yeah. Next slide, please. And to enable this mission, there are so-called building blocks. Beside living labs and lighthouses, mission contributes to soil monitoring, soil literacy, and of course citizen engagement, which is, as I already said, very important among all missions, and not only for soil mission. Next slide. Thank you. Soil mission in this work program has 13 calls, which actually is the biggest amount of calls among other missions. And here you can see a call for living labs, and this time it is for soil remediation and green redevelopment of brownfields. And the most part of calls for soil mission is in new work program are research and innovation action calls. Next slide. And yeah, actually in this year's work program, there are no innovation action calls, just research innovation actions and coordination support actions. And here are the last 2 calls for soil mission. Yeah. And both are related to living labs also as the first call. And one of them is aimed to enhance soil health in continental, boreal, and alpine regions. And the other one is for broadening living labs approach in Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. So this is geographically expanding this mission, both these 2 calls. Yeah, and here you can see one example for soil mission call on topic quantifying the impact of farming practices on soil health in arable lands. And the budget for this topic is 6 million euros, and only 1 project will be funded under this call. And here's very, very short summary for outcomes of this call. But of course, if you feel that you are interested in any specific topic, as already Lasma mentioned, you should read the whole work program for the specific call very carefully. And yes, Next slide. Thank you. And here's another example. It is a call for creating a network on carbon farming and emission reductions for agricultural and forest lands. And this call is a bit different because it is coordination support action call. And also budget is a bit smaller. It is 3 million euros. Also one project will be funded. And here you as well can see statistics on soil mission calls in previous work program. And for example, a call for co-creating solutions for soil health in living labs received 54 proposals, and only 3 of them were funded, which actually is quite sad because this huge amount of work were done. And 51 projects were not funded, and also so yes, you should very carefully choose call which you want to participate in. And also there were no coordination support action calls for soil mission previously. But in this new work program, there are some. And I would like to mention upcoming events, and top one event I would like to suggest to attend if you are actually interested in EU mission calls in this work program. It is EU Missions Info Days, which will take place on May 22nd and 23rd. And during this event, representatives from European Commission will present topics for new calls and share wider information about these topics, which might be very useful. And another important event is a brokerage event for missions. If you're interested in finding new partners or finding your consortia, I would suggest to participate in this event. And both of these events are online, so you don't have to actually go anywhere, just to participate. And there's also a list of other events. There are EU mission updates events planned for each mission. And for adaptation to climate change mission, it will be on May 5th. And information about soil mission session will follow. We don't know the date yet. Yes, thank you. This is all from my side about missions, and maybe you have some questions. I will be glad to answer them.
Yes, thank you, Maria. So as we saw, the opportunities are covering the full food chain, I would say. So from climate to environmentally friendly actions, there is a lot of information to digest. So basically, a lot of us works not only in field of agricultural advice, but also in rural development. So through climate missions, there were several options for those advisors as well. So do you have any questions to ask? Our girls were so clear that everything is just clear right now.
I hope so. That is the right way. But anyway, you can write us an email, or if you have some idea, you're very welcome to keep in touch with us. And yeah. Oh, these projects are 100 financed. Okay, this is a good question. Maria, you want to answer, or?
Yes, usually research and innovation actions projects are 100 financed, but for example, innovation action projects are financed just for 70%. Am I correct? Yeah, for organizations. How do I say it?
For profit organizations.
Yeah, for profit organizations, yes. For non-profit organizations, it will be 100% funding. Yeah.
Mikael, please.
Yes, perhaps you should also say for the newcomers, which are most of these participants today are newcomers, that the financing conditions are extraordinary because you get a lot of money before starting to work. So not only after working, but before starting to work. And the other thing is when you are a newcomer, you should not start to have the ambition to be the coordinator in the first moment. You should look for a consortium with some experienced partners. That was my recommendations after several years.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely agree. Yeah, because in this presentation we cannot include all the aspects that we are talking about usually, but you are absolutely right about this first experience. You should go as a partner and get some task to do and yeah, get experience. And about financing, yes, there's also another presentation about finance. And it also depends if it's budget-based call or lump sum call, right? So there is also different aspects, but yeah, there is also NCP who are responsible for legal and finance aspects for us. So there are a lot of questions about it.
Thank you. Are there any more questions coming? Or should we close today's coffee break while the hot coffee is still hot? So no, looks like no questions anymore. So okay, I guess it's a lot to digest, to go through, to read, and I really hope that the information today gave also a new aspects in the Horizon program. So not only in the usual ones which we are used to and are applying already, but also to those who to which we haven't been applying yet, and which offers a little bit different possibilities and perspectives of doing things. And yes, thank you very much, Lasma, Maria, and Aiga, for being here today, for sharing this information with our advisory community. And I really hope it will get used in the future. Thank you.